So I try not to make my masters too elaborate because I don't know, I just get very scared's not the right word, apprehensive of making them and then just looking crap. So I tend just to paint them up and base them as I would with a normal guy. He was actually supposed to get a wash on his jacket and his hat, but I forgot all about it. But I usually take 4 hours to paint a model, roughly. I think all these guys get done in the space of about 3. They were very quickly done. Summer, I always hated the model until I had undercoated this one, and I actually quite like it now. Bear, I hate his face. It's not a gremlin's face, but the stance and the gun, son loves him. Wong, I don't know how he plays now in MT. I haven't actually looked at his rules. I love the colour of him and I love the stance of him, but I absolutely hate how the plastics from that time, just there's no crispness to them. It's all sort of like flowy and there's no defining lines between skin and clothes kind of thing. It's very hard to get washes to do it because there's no sort of crevice. There's no crevice to sort of hold the wash. Love the Warpig. Didn't think I'd like it with the guy on it because we've had it with the guy off it for so long because it was unpainted. Let's see if we can get that in better focus. Move somewhere out of the way. Love the colour of it. Love the fact that you don't need a lot of colour to it for it to stand out because all the other models that go along with it are green. And the I hate the Skeeter model, whatever the hell you call it, but it did give me a chance to play a bit with washes and get sort of multicoloured wings, which I like. Nobody else seems to have noticed because any photo you see they're sort of flat on and my son doesn't really care. So yeah, that's the gremlins I get done. Okay, as I mentioned before, these guys have been sitting unpainted for a while. The riflemen have been sitting unpainted for about a year. They've been built for a year, and I've only actually used them in one game. But I love the models and love the idea behind them. Sadir, if that's how you pronounce his name, Archibald, I just can't remember. Absolutely love the model. And I love all the sort of versions I've seen painted, and I really loved all the ones who had a white sort of coat. I can't paint white, at least I couldn't until I got an airbrush. It's very light grey rather than white, and the shadows aren't as defined as I'd like them, but I was very scared to put a wash over it, just to sort of highlight the shadows, emphasise the shadows. But yeah, it's the same with the riflemen. I think they get a wash and then another quick spray to go over the highlights to get rid of the washy, sort of the pulled areas from the wash. I love how animated they are. Oops. But the details on them, I had very severe caffeine withdrawals, so I sort of cut short the detail work on it. I love the wee splash of colour in the face masks. But yeah, that was, I think, a grand total of an hour to paint all 4 of them, and most of that was drying times for the washes and a little bit of detail work. That's how I procrastinated. Aside from looking at an NUS stream and watching Twitter and writing my report, this is the most constructive part of the stuff I've done when I procrastinated. That leaves me with no more gremlins to paint. I've got no more Gil to paint from scratch. I've just got my that's a lie. I've got Hoffman to paint, and I've got my Constructs bases to finish, which leaves my Resers, and I've got 17 of them still to paint, which will probably teach me if I buy them in bulk. Yeah, so catch you later.